Hi, in this video we are going to talk about how to write an introduction of an essay, and we are going also to look at the supporting paragraphs of an essay. How do we structure the supporting paragraphs of your essay? Before we do that, I have these questions for you. Do you have a system for writing an essay or an academic paper? Or do you just improvise, or do you have a system for that? Think about it. And when do you plan or write your introduction? Is that the first thing that you write, in the middle, or you write it at the end? When do you write it? Of course, it always goes at the beginning of your paper, but when do you produce it? When do you create it? Think about it for a moment and let's continue. All right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let's read this text about the introduction of an essay. In the introduction, you give your reader a clear idea of what your essay will be about. Okay? You can provide background information of the problem or issue you will discuss, and you should clearly outline your answer, which is your position or thesis statement. All right? Background information, thesis statement. It is, in fact, your response to the essay question, which is based on your research or your opinion. So that is your thesis statement. Your main ideas, therefore, should be announced in the introduction. Most people choose, let me tell you something about the main ideas. The main ideas are announced in the introduction because they are included in your thesis statement. All right? Most people choose to use a general to specific structure when writing an introduction. But other approaches can also be effective, especially in opinion essays. Good. We have an idea about the introduction, and we know that the main ideas are included in the thesis statement. I have these questions for you. Let's make sure that you understood the text about the introduction. What should the reader find in the introduction? What? Yes, a very clear idea of your essay. And what structure is used by most people in the introduction? General to specific. So what is that approach? They start talking about something general, and then they go to the specific topic that they will discuss in their essay. That is the most common one, but it's not the only one, but it is the most widely used. All right, let me tell you then now about the introduction. How do we write an introduction? What's the first thing that we write? The first thing is called the hook. You already know that it's that sentence that attracts the reader to your essay and makes them want to read more. All right? So the hook can be a straightforward answer to the question your essay will answer. Please use the main keyword. If we're talking about something specific, that keyword that represents that something specific is going to be included in your first sentence of your essay. Use a straightforward answer to the essay question if the topic is interesting in and of itself. So if it is a very interesting topic, just answer the question in your first sentence, and that should be enough to attract the reader's attention. All right? That is one way. Another way of writing the hook is approach the topic in a very broad way, but use the main keyword of your essay. So you may start from general to specific. So you start talking about something very, very broad, and then you will move on to something specific in the rest of the introduction. But the first sentence could be something very general. Another way of writing your hook: name a very specific detail or a short, interesting anecdote that catches the reader's attention using the main keyword of your essay. So you may tell a story. You may start summarizing in one sentence something interesting about some personal anecdote that can help you. I'm going to give you an example in a moment. Yes? Also, the hook could be a provocative question making the reader want to find the answer in your essay. That is also something that we can do in the hook. So, the first sentence is there so that you can attract the reader's attention. How can you do it? Using these approaches that I have outlined here. After you write your first sentence, there comes what we call the background information. You may expand what you just said in your first sentence to provide more information about the general topic that you are writing about. Okay? If you started with a story, it could be more background information about the story or the anecdote that you used, for example. All right? And after you provide that general background information, there comes the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the summary, as we have said before, the summary of your main ideas, that the ones that you are going to develop in your essay. If somebody just reads your thesis statement, which is usually the last sentence in your introduction, that should be enough for them to know what your opinion was or what the main topics or the central ideas of your essay were. All right? So let me give you an example of an introduction. All right? The topic for this essay is this question: how do movies or television influence people's behavior? That is what the essay is going to be written about. In the outline, we have these two main ideas, which is the first idea will be developed in the first body paragraph, and the second main idea will be developed in the second body paragraph. So one whole paragraph will be dedicated to each of these main ideas. The main idea one is people get addicted to watching movies or television. And the other paragraph will be people model celebrities or characters of the shows that they watch. All right? So if that is the whole essay, the introduction could be something like this. Let's see what approach they used here. An average adult in the United States watches 5 hours and 4 minutes of television per day. So what is that? That is an important fact or shocking statistics that attracts the reader's attention. Really? 5 hours and 4 minutes? Let me read the rest of the paragraph and of the essay. All right? That is the hook. That may not seem a lot, but that corresponds to 35.5 hours per week, or slightly more than 77 days per year. That is the background information, expanding that fact, that statistical figure that was given at the beginning in the hook. Now, considering the amount of time people spend in front of a screen watching television or movies, it is understandable that they can be heavily influenced by what they watch. So they're connecting the background information to the main answer of the main answer of the essay to the topic that was proposed. All right. Now there comes the thesis statement. This should summarize what the whole essay is going to be about. The thesis statement in this example is: television and movies influence people's behavior because, now there come the two main reasons. It provides role models for them to follow and an addiction that is hard to overcome. All right, role models and addiction. So those are the main ideas. And of course, what these paragraphs that follow will develop are those two things: how the characters that they see on TV or the movies are role models for people, and how television and movies create addiction. All right? Good. Now let's move on to the supporting paragraphs. What are the supporting paragraphs? They basically develop the main ideas that we already mentioned in the thesis statement. And they have, in order to develop those main ideas, they have supporting details. All right? So this is the structure of a supporting paragraph. First, you have the topic sentence. Then you have some explanation of that topic sentence. And you can, not necessarily in this order, but you can include some evidence of that you are saying. It could be examples, it could be some more comments that expand that, and in some way convince the reader that what you just said as a main idea has some ground and that has been proven. All right, that is what what a supporting paragraph will do. And also the supporting paragraph will have a link to the rest of the essay. It means that it will connect that development of that idea to the whole topic of the whole essay, or to the whole essay question, let's say, and to the other parts of the essay, to the other paragraphs. All right? Let me give you an example of what content a main supporting paragraph should have. So we are going to use the main idea one that says people get addicted to watching movies or television. So I am not going to give you the whole paragraph, but I'm going to give you the content of that paragraph. So we have the topic sentence, yes, that says that television or movies could be addictive. And now we're going to support that with two reasons, as you will see here. The first reason, or the first major detail, is watching movies or television is easier for our brain. All right? So you say that, now you explain it and expand it. How? With more sentences that expand the idea. For example, we could say that our brain's function is to keep our body alive, that the brain prefers to use its energy in vital functions, and it can become addicted, we're connecting that to the main essay topic, to things that don't require much energy. That's why it is easy for our brain to become addicted to movies or television, because it doesn't require much energy. The other major topic, which is supporting that idea that movies and television can be addictive, is that programming is designed, the kind of shows that they show you on television, programming is designed to make us want to keep watching more. That's why we become addicted. For example, and we're giving some more details to support that, movies have sequels that we don't want to miss. If we want to watch the first movie, we want to watch more of those. TV shows are organized as series, so they have episodes that we want to watch more, and that's why we become addicted. Shows are designed to keep you entertained at all times. So we also become addicted because we want to be entertained and we want something fun to watch all the time, right? All right, so that is the explanation of the introduction and the supporting paragraphs. And now I have a practice activity for you. The activity will be write the introduction of an essay that answers the following question using the main ideas indicated below. All right, so we have this main question. In general, people are living longer now. Discuss the causes of this phenomenon. Why are people living longer? And these are the main ideas that the essay would have. So all you have to do is write the introduction, but remember that since in the thesis statement you give an idea of the two main ideas, you need these ideas here. The main idea one would be people are more aware of harmful habits, and main idea two, healthcare systems are more efficient today. All right, those are the two main ideas. With that information, I would like you to try to write an introduction, just the introduction. All right, follow the instructions that I gave you, the specific sections that an introduction should have, and write your own introduction. You pause my video so that you can complete the activity. Pause my video and complete the activity, please. All right, I hope that you did complete the activity. And here I have a sample introduction for you. All right, let's see. Let's see the hook. Last week, we celebrated my grandmother's 92nd birthday. Wow, grandmother's 92nd birthday. When we hear 92nd, wow, that's a long age. So that gets the reader's attention. Now let's see the expansion to get more background information. She had a great time talking with all of her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So she was lucid. She had conversations with them. She has always been a very strong woman, but several of her friends are around her age. She's strong, but she's not unique. Many of her friends are around her age. Means that many people are old as the grandmother. Now let's see how we connect that background information to the rest. I think there are several reasons why people are living longer, but the most important factors that contribute to this phenomenon are awareness of harmful habits and a better healthcare system. So in the thesis statement, we connected that information and then we connected the background information to the main ideas that we are developing. All right? And that would be an effective introduction. I hope that yours was similar to this, or if not, that you learned from this one. Please, you're going to listen to the pronunciation of this introduction. I am going to pause my video. Please repeat the pronunciation so that you can practice your own. Go ahead, please.
Last week, we celebrated my grandmother's 92nd birthday. She had a great time talking with all of her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. She has always been a very strong woman, but several of her friends are around her age. I think there are several reasons why people are living longer, but the most important factors that contribute to this phenomenon are awareness of harmful habits and a better healthcare system.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for having pronounced that introduction. And I hope that you remember then how to write an introduction and how to write some effective, strong, supporting paragraphs to develop your main ideas. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.